The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the November 10th, the Terrific Tuesday, or otherwise known as the Taco Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there had a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I will go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead. Send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Right now we got a mixed bag out here. The Dow's up 209. The S&P is flat. The NASDAQ 100 off 101. Russell's up 29. Semi's down 47. So we've got a lot to look at. Gold is up 25. Silver 80 pennies. Light sweet crude up 85 cents. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside. Painting the town green at Sherwin-Williams up 29 bucks. That's 4%. AutoZone is up 26. Ulta Beauty is up 19. Penumbra is up 19. To the downside, Amazon off 80. Booking Holdings 70. Mercado Libre down 61. Boston Beer off 27. Chipotle down 36. So certainly plenty to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Michael P. asked if I would kind of do a thorough review of the Dow, just to get a feel for where we're at, kind of walking through what we did yesterday. So I don't mean to repeat myself, but this is really important for us to take a look at. So where do we want to begin? I want to begin, again, with the bigger picture. So the bigger picture, I think this chart here will do it, will it? Yeah. So in this chart here, a set of charts that we're taking a look at, the very left-hand panel happens to be the Dow. Now we're looking at a quarterly time frame, so I can give you a kind of a better, longer-term view and picture out here. So the very left is the Dow priced in dollars, and the center happens to be the Dow priced in euros, and on the right is the euro. So first, Mike, you know how, and I'm speaking to everybody that's named Mike out there, obviously. In fact, the only requests that I have are from two Michaels out here, so you have to love it. Back to the charts here, Steve-O. A lot of people, I was going to say this, Michael, that a lot of people call the 2000 bubble, so to speak, the dot-com bubble, right? You know, it's just all pushed out there because welcome back, folks, or I guess I should say to myself, welcome back. Sorry about that. Little power failure, and my uninterruptible power supply did not do the job on any of the equipment, and that's a bummer out there. So we'll have to address that here a little bit later. But and I'm running on fumes, so to speak. It takes a while for all of my tools and charts to get back up and running. So at the moment, we won't be able to access everything. And some of the work that I had done prior to the show, once that system shut down, that got erased out there. So I can't really show Mike what I had intended or wanted to. I was, as we went off the air, what I was trying to explain or what I was going to show to Mike, I was talking about the 2000.com bubble. And a lot of people, what people don't realize is that really what was going on was capital was fleeing Europe. And I was going to show that to you by taking a look at the euro from 1995 into that 2000 top. And you'll see a big steady decline. In fact, if you go take a look at the euro from 2008 until where we're at right now, you'll see another big, huge decline out there. And it's always important to understand how an instrument is trading in the other major currencies out here. So with regard to the Dow specifically, again, as we speak right now today, we don't have a confirmed breakout. A confirmed bullish breakout inside the Dow is going to require that the Dow price in those other major currencies get above the prior highs, the 2020 highs that are out there, 219, 221, 212, depending on whether you're looking at pounds, yen, or euros out here. And we don't have that pattern. So there is no confirmed worldwide breakout that is going on, Mike, and that's really important to understand. One of the other charts I really needed to go to, it's in the process of trying to update itself. So maybe later on during the show we'll be able to get back to that. So why don't I, while things are really trying to get up and going here, why don't I try to move on to something else, because I just see it's not really flowing with regard to what it is that I want to be able to share. So that's what we're going to do out there. We're going to go to really the first another question that came in here. And this one is from Mike in Sarasota. And Mike wants to the show from yesterday, 11, was not posted on TFNN. Sorry about that. Mike will make sure the guys in the production room get yesterday's show posted up there. But Mike wants to take a look at Roku. And ROKU is the ticker symbol. I don't have any of my other charts out here, Mike, to help us out when this thing gets up and running, whenever that might be. That would be very helpful. But we'll just simply use our task market profile charts. That's going to assist us with understanding what Roku is intending to do or what it's communicating to us. Right now, we can see that Roku formed a brand new daily profile. That's today, Mike. And so price right now is trading in between support and resistance. Resistance at 243.83. Support at 202.43. We're trading at 216 right now. If we take a look at the weekly, price is above the, hold on, let me make sure here. Price is not above the top of the weekly chart. It's hiding behind that red candle. So it too is consolidated. Now it's in a bullish structured weekly profile that formed last week. So resistance here, which price is below, by the way, is 230.49, and support between 161 and 169. Price above the monthly profile. What else can I do? You're just said for a buy point for a move up. Okay, so again, not without having my other charts out here, let's take a look at today's activity, Mike. So what I have here is, let's go just a little swing point analysis. The swing point low on a daily basis is from November 3rd, and that high out there is 209.31. The low so far today is 207.50. So we know that price is pushing into that swing point. Today's volume is 5.5 million shares. The swing points volume was a total of 6.7. So it's pushing into that swing point with volume. What that suggests, even if price rejects that swing point, the top of that swing point, which it's done so far, that suggests that price is going to try to push its way lower. So what you'd be looking for, the buy point, then you'd use that bottom of that daily profile. You don't have to use it right to the penny, but you're looking in that 202.43 type area. If price closes below 202.43, don't know whether it will or it won't, but price is pushing lower with volume, although it made a high with even more volume 3 days ago. But if price did close below 202.43, Mike, you'd be looking, it opens up the kimono, the 161 to 169 kimono out there, and that's what you would be focused on. So at this stage of the game, that's the best that I can provide to you with regard to Roku. Again, if the charts get back up and running during the show out here, I'll try to go and take a look at those for you. And so you say you also want a Lulu, but you say no, scratch Lulu, okay. PayPal. We did do PayPal yesterday, but that's okay. You didn't get a chance to hear the show, so let's go ahead and pull up PayPal anyways today. PYPL is the ticker symbol. I think you're looking for buy points here in PayPal, and so it formed a brand new bullish structured daily profile yesterday. Price got down and tested that level. That's 180.63. Got down to a low of 178.60. Right now trading at 184.33. So, and the bottom of its weekly profile is 176.05. So if you're looking to, now price is pushing into a swing point from November 3rd 31 million shares, and you're pushing down into it with only 8.6 million shares today. So there's your now you don't have a rejection of that swing point, but you do now have this bullish structured daily profile, and so an entry would be somewhere between the 180.63, 186.44 level, and you would certainly stop out because the additional support would be 176.05. If you saw a close below 176.05, that could open up 162.33. But Roku, really, it's just been consolidating. It's been consolidating ever since this big breakout on July 27th at a wide price spread, accelerated volume. There was 56 million shares out there. On a weekly basis, this was pushing lower last week with 85 million shares, really sets up the consolidation pattern. So this is consolidated between 176.05, 206.99. You want to try to get it as close to that 176 as you can, with 180.63 being the bottom of that daily profile. That would be your entry point. But remember, you're just in a consolidation at this stage of the game. So, Mike, I hope that helps you out. Let's go to the next question that came in, this one from James. James wants to take a look at FAST and Honeywell. You're looking at for an entry point for a swing trade. Not in them now. So let's take a look at it. Trade out at $47. This is Fastenal, by the way. You probably see their stores as you're driving around. They must fasten everything out there. That's why they call them Fastenal. So if we take a look at Fastenal, you got a brand new daily profile that formed today. Now, JJ, this formed below price. That is a bullish meaning. That's the daily time frame. Okay. Now, when we take a look at the weekly time frame, what do we know? We just took a look at Roku, which has been in a sideways consolidation for quite some period of time. Well, guess what? Fastenal has been consolidating since August 31st. You know, we're not almost 2.5 months out here. So you're looking for an entry point. Well, price has rejected the top of that bearish structured profile, still trading above the center line out here. The answer, my friend, for Fastenal would be somewhere around the 43.20 level. However, the bottom or that new daily profile that is above price or is below price out there, your entry point would be between 43.20, but more likely around the 44.12 level. And that is ticker symbol FAST, Fastenal. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We got one of the tools here working, although it's not updating with today's data out here. So we'll just kind of switch back and forth between charts out here. But this is with regard to Roku for Mike. And Mike, yesterday, now we can see what really went on. Price was moving higher a couple days ago, doing less relative energy. Yesterday, you had the bearish reversal candle, bearish separating candle. And so you're going to want to wait for price to get back to the bottom of that new profile. The new profile didn't show on that set of charts. It will show here. ROKU is the ticker symbol, and price should be able to get down to that 202.43 level out there. So I hope that helps you out, and thanks for your patience. I had a request to take a look at Boeing and GE. So Bob wants to take a look at Boeing. He sold it yesterday into that gap to the upside, and the question is, what's your best entry point? So let's go take a look. Here's what we know about Boeing. Trading above the top of the daily, trading above the top of the weekly, and its next resistance level out here, Bob, is going to be the top of its monthly profile. That's at 203.64. So now the question is, where is Boeing headed to for a potential pullback? Oh, well, we don't know if it will or won't, but the question is, where would that level be? And sorry, I'm just trying to get a couple of things here going. I can pull over this daily. Oh, my goodness. Did I really do that? I did. Oh, my goodness. I was not thinking when I did that. You can't see it, and so therefore I'm not going to show you the mistake that I had made just a few minutes ago, thinking that I was going to cut a corner. I just cut my head off. Sorry, just having a little bit of a conversation out here. So Boeing, we can bring it up again. I don't have – goodness. Where am I? Anybody hear me? Am I alive? Jeez. I'm alive? I'm alive? Okay, good. Because, all right, so we're talking about Boeing out here. Never any idea where my system cuts me off. So let's pull over. Remember, this doesn't have, I'm switching over to my white background charts. Thanks, Mr. Bill. It doesn't have today's data in here. Chart, need to show the chart, okay? Let's get that going. Here's the chart. Here's the daily chart here for Boeing. And let's see, my tools, yeah. Got my tools out here. So you're asking for an entry point, and it's going to require a big pullback on that entry point. So it's going to be 161.82 right now, which is Stevie's red line. That is above the top of that daily profile. On a weekly basis out here, nothing that is sticking out. So with regard to Boeing, you exited yesterday. You took your profits out here. What is it, if anything, that's going to stop it from continuing to move higher? You know, it's dealing with a small little swing point from August 11th at 61 million or 35 million shares. So maybe that's enough to influence a pullback and fill that gap. So it's in that 153, 149-ish, I think, type area out there that you would be looking for a re-entry into Boeing. But it may continue to move higher. quite frankly, into that 203.64 level, the top of that monthly profile. So I hope that helps you out. I believe there was a request to take a look at GE. So let's try doing that. General Electric trading out right now at $9. It's above the top of the daily, weekly, and above the top of the monthly profile. So let's go take a look at GE for multiple time frames out here. I don't know what the question was. If you were looking, I think the question was the move over, if I'm not mistaken, based upon yesterday's gap to the upside. So what kind of signals? Well, yesterday was bar number 7. Today would be bar number 8. We know that there's not a higher high that's made today. So if a TD9 count was going to identify the top out here for Boeing, we would know over the course of the next couple of days that we should see a higher high than yesterday's high out there. Then we would have a topping signal, and that could, not that it would, but that could signal a pullback or retracement into the 795 area. I know that that's not the exact figure because I don't have today's data in here, but that was as of yesterday's data out here for GE. Let me look at the weekly, again, everything above profile levels here. So we're just trying to figure out, do we have a topping pattern on the weekly? The answer there is we don't. In fact, if anything, there's now an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Let's go draw that in with my other charts out here. That would look something like this. Our A point would be down here on the week of May the 11th. Our B point would be out here the week that began June 8th, and your retracement, your C point, is September 7th. So it makes a 1-to-1, and it makes that 1-to-1 with a big gap to the upside. Again, on a weekly basis, wide-ranging bar. This is suggesting that GE wants to trade to the 986 level. That would be the 1-to-1.272 A to B equals CD pattern out here. So on a weekly basis, are we getting a signal that the move in GE is over? We're not. That doesn't mean that it can't be. It's just that I don't have a topping pattern or signal to suggest that. On the monthly time frame chart with price trade above the top of its weekly profile, really don't have a price target. The price target that I would select would be where this bearish engulfing candle was from back in March, up at the 1326 level. So do we have any kind of sell signals on GE for the daily, the weekly, or the monthly time frame? The answer to that question is we do not the topping patterns and signals that I use. So I hope that helps you out with regard to GE and what its intention may be. Let me take a quick peek here, see if there's any other request. Oh, yeah, I was working on James stuff, wasn't I, when we got kicked off the air? That was for Fast and Honeywell out here. Sorry about that, James. So let's come back here. Maybe I think we covered Fastenal. Well, I don't remember if we did or we didn't. My apology. But one thing is that I know that we didn't do on Fast. Well, I can't even remember that. Sorry, it's been a little bit crazy afternoon here with the system shutting down and all that stuff, let alone I've got live trades that are open. In any event, so with regard to Fastenal, this is the daily time frame out here. Just want to take a quick peek, see what we see. It looks like Fastenal is headed back to 45.23. That is, and that's an approximate number because I don't have today's date in there. But we can see the oscillator and change line had changed colors out here, and typically we see price and it catch up to each other. So it does look like Fastenal wants to move to lower ground. You also wanted to take a look at Honeywell. HON is the ticker symbol. So let me get that going on the black background charts out here. We can take a look at our 3 different time frames. Honeywell trading above the top of the daily, the weekly, as well as the monthly profiles out here. I don't think we looked at Honeywell. So this is in a bullish mode. You are looking for this to pull back. Where would an entry point be in Honeywell? Let's go look at my other charts. Well, this is cool. It's now got yesterday's data in here on the daily basis. So that's it. We're making progress, small amounts of progress. We'll take them. As we take a look at Honeywell, the daily time frame, bar number 6. Of a TD9 count, so if that's going to identify a top, that would happen over bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9, so that's Wednesday through Monday. If Honeywell is going to identify a top, we don't have any kind of topping signal as we speak right now. On the weekly basis, what do we have out here pattern-wise? We don't have any kind of topping signal there. On the monthly time frame, what do we have? The monthly time frame, we don't have any kind of topping signal here either. So you're looking for an entry point on this. The entry point that I'd have to give you on Honeywell would be a pullback to about 183.86. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 130, S&P 12 is off 12, I should say. The NASDAQ is off 192. NASDAQ is really the key here. And when I say the key, what I'm referring to is if we were to look at the short-term time frame charts out here, this is the NQ, this is a 30-minute time frame. The NQS was pushing lower. It's the only one that identified a bottoming pattern, the types of patterns that you and I look at during the 1 to 2 o'clock hour. And this generated the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom when it generated this little morning star pattern out here. That's a 3-bar reversal. It can be more than 3 bars out here. This happened to be a 3-bar morning star. So that says that support is the low of the day, 11,503.25. If you were to see a close below that on a 30-minute basis, well, it's telling you we're headed lower. Of course, you didn't need me to tell you, but you did need me to tell you that that would be taking out a confirmed bottoming pattern out here. Now, price has really not been able to get any traction. So when we take a look at the why is price stopping where it is, I don't know. I don't have that answer. I don't have a technical tool that identifies that, but we can take a look at the 10 o'clock bar out here. That created that little bearish engulfing candle, and that really sets up a resistance level at 11,749.50. We can see that as price rallied back here at about 12:30, even in this 1 to 1:30 time frame, which generated another bearish engulfing candle. So there really is your resistance. So we're just in essence, we're really in a narrow range right now inside of the NQ. But if price can, so let me give you the resistance levels inside of the NQ on any move higher so that you'll be able to track that 11,749.50, 11,778, 11,817. I put 11,994. Those would really be your areas that you would be looking at, 11,859. So it's got a bunch of work to get through an area of congestion or resistance, potential resistance areas out here, but it does have a valid bottoming pattern. For example, that's on the NQ. If we take a look at the ES Mini, same time frame. So let's push this up here. What we're not going to see is we're not going to see that bottoming signal. So that's why we want to take our Qs, our Ps and Qs, for those of you that like Ps, and versus those of you that like Qs, we want to go ahead and take them from the NQ. Here we can see a TD9 count. This is the high out here, and that high came in at about 5 o'clock this morning. So there's your real resistance level, but really it's at 35.6275. You need to see a close above that to then say we're going to go ahead into the close and just continue to move higher. So watch the 35.6275 level. Otherwise, it's just a sideways move here inside the ES. Now the Dow, and the Russell 2000, two of the leaders out here today. But let's go take a look at their 30-minute time frame charts. Let's go see what kind of signals they're generating for us. And what they're generating for us, also, the Dow Equity Future Contract this morning at 5 o'clock, it generated a TD9 count. That is cap price so far. We've had a couple of different times where prices try to take out that high, has been unable to. So you've got support, key support for the YM. It's 28,816. If price were to close below that, that could signal a potential problem, but not until then. Otherwise, the key level that price would need to close above on a 30-minute basis is going to be 29,327. If you see a close above that, price should continue to move higher into the close out there. But right now, just a consolidation sideways, much like the larger picture. The Russell 2000, let's go take a look at it, has not made it anywhere near to yesterday's high. And here we've got how about that? I didn't see this earlier, but at 11 o'clock this morning, this generated a TD9 count bottom. So you got the Russell and the NQ both generating bottom signals for the 30-minute time frame. Inside of the Russell 2000, the real key level of support is 1694.90. The real key level of resistance is 1750. If price takes out either of those, you should expect price to continue to motor on in that direction, either higher or lower. Otherwise, what you have right now is just simply a consolidation pattern inside of the Russell 2000. That is what's going on for your short-term time frame charts. Well, let's not stop there. You've got gold up $20. Let's go try to figure out what gold is doing, and silver using the short-term time frame charts. We can always go to the larger one. So let's put up the gold contract. Let's take a look at what it's doing for its 30-minute time frame. And what we see here is basically not much. Now, this did generate a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. That signal came in. The first signal came in at 12:30 yesterday. The next one came in at 1:30, and we actually didn't get a confirmation of that until last night at about 9 o'clock. Why did price stop where it did? I don't know. I don't have the pattern here on the 30-minute time frame chart. Right now, price is just consolidating. This is gold with inside its opening range levels. That's 1858 to 1888. I know I'm saying consolidation, but that is the pattern. That is what is ongoing as we speak right now. Let's go take a look at silver. Take a look at its December contract out here. Likely doing the same, but not, maybe not. So silver generates a TD9 count an hour ago. It does it specifically at 1 p.m. That was bar number 9. It was also a 7th wave move. So silver has generated two nice topping signals. However, what price has been unable to do is take out support. Support figures 24.33. That's the bottom of its 30-minute profile, but the real key level of support here is going to be $24 even Steven. If silver were to close below that, you would expect price to go test yesterday's lows. Let's go ahead and stay with this game out here and go take a look at light sweet crude. If we take a look at what it's doing on a 30-minute time frame, it is trading above all of its opening profiles. So that's bullish. It's trading back into yesterday's high. That's neither bullish nor bearish out here. Price is trading with inside a 30-minute profile with support at 40.78 and resistance around 41.19. Give or take. We're at 41.18 as we speak right now. So light sweet crude looks pretty good. What else? Should we look at natural gas? Let's go take a look at natural gas on the short-term time frame, see what kind of signals it's generating for us. Natural gas, big move here at about 10:30, 10 o'clock. Maybe some inventory information. out here. So natural gas above all opening ranges, traded with inside its 30-minute profiles where resistance is 299 and support at 293 out there. So that's the short-term time frame. So let's go look at bonds out here. Go ahead and put up that for its short-term 30-minute time frame. And T-bonds forming a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom at 10 o'clock this morning. Really, it did it at 9 o'clock. There was a hammer candle. Came back and it reconfirmed that with a nice bullish piercing candle at 10. But price has not really been able to do much. It's only been able to get up to the bottom of its European opening range out there. So also just kind of trading sideways in a bit of a consolidations out here. Grains are on fire, wheat and corn and beans. So we can take a look at those out here, Bob, real quickly. Let's go take a look at our futures contract. So you said wheat. Let's go take a look at the wheat contract out here. Where are we? Here we go. And so Bob, when I take a look at wheat, it's just so what's beautiful about this, you're looking at the December contract, still the active contract out here, and what it's doing is trading in between support and resistance. It has a bullish structured profile. The bottom of that. So if you were trading this, you would have wanted to know this morning because price was pushing down and testing the bottom of that bullish structured profile at 595.30. Price is above the center of that profile. It's headed up to that descending trend line. If you get above that, 631 would be the number out there. But just really testing and holding support. We take a quick peek here at corn. What's corn doing? Now, corn is most certainly breaking out. It's above the top of its daily profile and prior high. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. With regard to tomorrow, by the way, we'll not be here to host a show. We'll be back to normal programming on Thursday, but won't be here tomorrow. Newmont Mining, Hector and Patty, the fuel injectors, want to take a look at Newmont Mining. By the way, Hector, Newmont Mining forming a brand new profile, daily profile today. It's a bearish structured profile. So your resistance level is going to be between 66.45 and 68.45. Prices trading below the center of that bearish structured profile. And what that signals to you and I is a move down to 61.46. That's the bottom of that profile. Now, I don't know. I just see the long-term holder Newmont loaded up another wagon full yesterday. Oh, okay. It says about pulling Newmont another gift from the trading gods. No, I don't think. I think, well, what I would do is we're using the profile. So what we didn't have yesterday when you did the load up, you didn't have this new set of profiles. And now you know clearly where the ball game is being played. And on a daily basis, between 61.46 and 68.45. On a weekly basis, it's still between 54.64 and 67.06 out here. But trading below the center of a bearish structured profile, what that means is that sellers should really be able to push price back to support. And that'd be at that 61.46 level. So that's the message that is coming from Newmont Mining. With regard to when we started the show, I was going to try to give a nice big overview of the Dow for Mike. Won't be able to do that tomorrow. Won't be here. We'll try to do that for you on Thursday. Here, if we just take a look at the yearly candles for the Dow, we're going to see, and this is really important, where the Dow closes, because if it closes below the open, we'll have a key reversal session. That would confirm the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. We are in bar number 9 on a yearly basis of a TD9 count out here. When the Dow topped back in 2000,